Hi everyone, I am back with a throwback this time. I haven't done that in a long time. That's because I haven't been watching too many of the old movies, especially in the last few months. But I've been wanting to rewatch Call Me By Your Name again, and today was the day I decided to watch it. And I had already seen this movie multiple times, twice in the theater and two times online as well. And this was, or maybe one time online, I can't remember. But this was like my fourth or the fifth time watching the movie. And I hadn't seen it in a while. Like the last time I watched it was like 2019, I think. So it's been a while since I watched it. And even though going into the movie, I knew what to expect, I was glued to the movie. So, first to get started, the movie stars Timothy Chalamet, Armie Hammer, Michael Sherberg, and many other amazing actors. I can't name all of them. I don't remember names for most of them, but those are the three main characters around which the movie kind of revolves, and make a huge impact on what the movie is about. And it's directed by Luca Guadagnino, which is an amazing director, and he's done some other work as well. So I highly recommend checking his work out. But this movie kind of took him to a whole new level. Now, it's an adapted screenplay of a book by the same name. It was really released actually after the movie was released because it created such a big buzz. Um, for me, the movie was. I mean, I connected on it on so many levels, but for me, I thought the movie was written so well. The screenplay was done so well, and the way it was delivered, it was so beautifully done. The characters are not just these actors, but it's the background, it's the scenery. Like Crema in Italy, it's featured in the movie so well that I have known people who've actually gone to Italy and actually visited these places because they watched the movie and uh, had this personal experience added to it. So that's where the movie really stands out. I mean, the chemistry between the actors, Armie Hammer and Timothy Chalamet, is sparkling. Like, you see that spark from the get go. Um, the actor Michael Sherberg, the dad, he's such a sweet guy, such an amazing person. But the kind of person he is, that showcases in the climax part of the scene. They're like, I think they're like, I kind of call them like three climaxes because there's one climax about these two characters, what happens to them in the movie in the end, then one character, what happens between the father and the son, and then which is Timothy Chalamet and Michael Schuberg, and then the last one where a big reveal happens from Armie Hammer to Timothy Chalamet, and that's my last climax, which is the end of the movie. The movie, like, it starts from the get-go with the chemistry but the hesitation, the 1980s, because that's where the movie is set in 1983. Huge age gap between Oliver, played by Armie Hammer, and Elio, played by Timothy Chalamet, is kind of brought into the scene, but it's dealt in such a beautiful way. And there was a lot of criticism about Elio being 17 and not older than that. But in Italy, 17 is the maturity age. That's what they've considered. And they've talked about that many times after the movie was released. So the criticism was there because it was a gay love story. Unfortunately, it had a tragic ending. I mean, if you haven't seen the movie, you gotta watch it. It's so good, so well written. Tragic ending in the sense that nobody dies or anything, but they just don't end up together. I mean, you kind of see it coming in a way, but you kind of have this hope that maybe they will come together and maybe something will happen. But you kind of left, you know, just amazed by how you're crying in the end of the movie. Like, I've seen this movie 4 or 5 times now, and I end up crying every time, and not just once, so many times. I get goosebumps. Like today, I was watching when Elio and Oliver are together for the last time. Their goodbye. Oh my god! Like I had goosebumps. I was like, it was, oh my god, and I was like in tears. And then when the dad, Michael Sherberg, is talking to his son Elio, Timothy Chalamet. Oh my god, more goosebumps, more tears. Like that monologue, it's in itself is a movie of its own. It is so beautifully written and so well acted by both the characters. Oh my god, like movies don't like that are made anymore. Not according to me. Not Hollywood, not Bollywood. They just don't. I feel that most of the movies are missing a heart, and they have an agenda of their own. I just feel that way, and it's totally my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with me, but that's how I feel. So for me, movies are kind of like hit and miss these days. I don't watch a lot of them, and if I do, it's not the same experience that I used to think used experience before. Like Call Me by Your Name is one of them, for example, and then the last part of the scene where we find out when Army calls the Oliver character calls Elio and the family during Christmas or and slash Hanukkah, and what happens and how he finds out and when he is crying, and then the song begins, Visions of Gideon. By the way, the music is by what was his name? Crap. Let me check really quickly. His name is Sufjan Stevens. Sufjan Stevens. Oh my God, you gotta listen to the music. Another amazing aspect of the movie. Like I have goosebumps and I'm crying at the same time. Last 20 minutes of the movie is like the big crux of what actually happens to these characters and where they stand. And you feel the love, you feel the sadness, you feel the tears, you feel what these characters are going through, you feel what's happening, the friendship between him and a female character who he is fooling around with but is not sure. Elio is confused. Is he maybe bi? We don't know, and he's experiencing that experimental stage of that as well as also like in the small package of 2 hours and 12 minutes of the movie, there's so much in there, but it doesn't overwhelm you. Like most of these movies these days overwhelm you, and this one doesn't overwhelm you. You just go with the flow. You feel like you're part of the movie. You're in that scene. You're feeling it, and that's where the movie stands out for me. And I was just in awe of the movie when I watched it, and I had to go back and watch it in theater for the second time. I just couldn't resist. I just fell in love with the movie and the music. It was on my repeat for like I don't know, like 2 3 years after that. Listen to it so much, it's crazy. Visions of Gideon, amazing song. You got to listen to it. And there's another song of it as well. A beautiful, beautiful song. The background music of the movie is fantastic. Luca did a wonderful job. They did talk about sequel at one point, but we found out about Army Hammer, so we don't know what's gonna happen. Um, and I'm not gonna talk about Army more than that. Unfortunately, it's just not a good idea. I just want to focus on the movie, and because it's a beautiful movie, beautifully done, and you see the chemistry, you see the story. It's written from the heart, and it's made from the heart. And please, please, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Forget the part that it's gay or not. Just watch the movie as just a movie viewer, and trust me, you will fall in love. And you have to let's see the last 20 minutes of the movie. It just takes your breath away. The goosebumps, the crying. It'll happen. Get ready for it. I'm warning you. Sorry this video is a longer one, but I just wanted to talk about the movie in detail. I still didn't cover everything. There's so much more to cover, but I'm gonna leave it as is. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel, and thank you so much for watching.